from the central midfield. Oh no, Kanua got crosses over to Jejo Kocha and it's a goal.
It has been a very, very wonderful night. England, Spain meeting themselves in the final of Europe 2024 final. Wonderful game for both countries, wonderful game for England, wonderful game for Spain, but it was so unfortunate for England that Spain won the cup after many struggle and everything. Now we are going to talk just only the finals alone, and now just the finals alone between England and Spain.
All right, yeah, because before I actually proceed to actually give my analysis on the final, I first like to say Cole Palmer always. So
that means you are a Chelsea fan.
Totally a Chelsea fan, absolutely a Chelsea fan. I have no problems that Spain won it, although Palmer scored. But yeah, it was a fantastic final. And yeah, for my analysis, I would say that in the finals, well, both teams were very fantastic. Although Spain had the advantage, certainly well, but both teams were actually very fantastic. Although there were some sloppy performances from the English players, but they later picked up in the game after the equalizer came in. But unfortunately, they conceded in the dying minutes and then they lost the match. But it was a totally wonderful match for both teams. Yeah.
Now let's talk about England performance before we talk about Spain performance. Now, what do you think about England performance today?
Well, I would, if I'm to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 7. I would give them 7 because their defense were fantastic. Although in the ending of the game, there were some little mistakes that actually cost them the entire final. But totally, they were fantastic in the defensive side. In the midfield area, there were some sloppy performances from Maino and Rice. Although they tried their best to actually put in some nice performances, but they were still on the average for me. And on the forward, actually, well, we could see that Foden and Saka were trying to actually put on something brilliant. But in the end, we did not actually see what we expected as fans from them. And Harry Kane was totally not in the match. I don't even know. He picked up an early yellow card and then he just messed up the entire game. Although the substitutes came in Watkins and tried to actually put some performance to put them back in the game, but it was not just it, because the Spanish defense were actually very rigid, and yeah, it was a fantastic game. But England they were average, they were cool, they were average.
Now, from what you just said now, I would say that you wanted England to win.
Definitely, yeah, I was supporting England because of Cole Palmer, but unfortunately they lost, so okay. I would say that's a yes.
Fuck you up.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about Spain.
Fuck me up. No, Fame was totally fantastic. I mean, from the start of the game, you see Nico Williams on the flank. It was so dazzling to watch, taking Walker in and out and then scoring the early minutes, the early goal. And then Yamal on the other side was an absolutely brilliant wonder kid to actually watch too. Yeah, Morata, well, I would say was not really in the game, but actually did his best as a captain and as a striker. Well, Fabian Ruiz and no other midfielders, they were just okay. And I would say that in the Spanish team, there was not much mistakes like the England team, and by individual quality, I would say the Spanish team actually have more advantage, and that's why they were actually amazing. They were amazing throughout this tournament, and in this final, they just did the job so fantastically well.
Now, before the bringing in of Cole Palmer in this game, now we can see that England were struggling to score and playing football. Now, before they brought in Palmer, now the beginning of Palmer, do you think that changed the game for England a little bit?
We've seen constantly in this tournament, because England and Palmer came in the third match. If I can remember vividly well, you see that each time that Palmer came in, he does something so spectacular that no other team player in the English team has done. He has done it before and he still repeated it again in this final. So I would even say that if Palmer hadn't come into this match, there would not have been any goal for England, because considering Palmer goal, it was actually a mind-blowing stunner. If he didn't take that shot, absolutely England would not score. And so I didn't even expect him to score, but when he scored, I was also amazed. So I would say that if Palmer didn't come in, Spain would have won that game hands down, totally.
Harry Kane today's game was lost. We didn't see Harry Kane.
Exactly. He was sourced to.
He was the captain of today's match.
He was the captain of today's match. It's so awful. So actually, sometimes some people may actually believe in the superstition of him being a cursed player as winning trophies. I don't believe in that, but he was so poor into this match. Totally poor.
Now comparing Watkins and Harry Kane in England's squad, now what can you say?
Well, I would say Harry Kane has the name. And to be very actually honest, individually, Harry is better. Sometimes players have their bad and good moments, and of course, unfortunately, today was just his bad moments for him. But per individual ratings, I would say Harry is better. For the English squad, Harry is better. But Watkins was also good today, but he was just average.
Before you go, say something concerning Spain. They won the cup already.
No, I actually, because I actually study Spanish. I fortunately study Spanish on Duolingo, so I would like to greet them in Spanish. which is Felicitadores, mi hermanos, which is congratulations, my brothers in Spanish. Yeah, I was so amazed. My player Kukureya did wonderfully well, and I'm so happy for them. Although I wanted England to win, I will still insist that, but I'm so happy that they won it. You know, it's a wonderful tournament. Thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah, Viewingcenterng, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this platform in case we drop quality and interesting videos.